Hello, this has been long. I'm proud to say that I have my frescoes in the Rumpel Presbyterian Church in Blowing Rock, a place that I spent a lot of my life. For me, it's a powerful piece of work because it is the 23rd Psalm, and it's very important to me. And it's like any kind of painting. As you see it and look at it, it tends to get better, tends to get stronger. That is what art really is, to allow you, the viewer, to walk away with something still in your mind and in your heart. The fact that I love the place makes it really special for me that it is in Blowing Rock, to have a home here.
For nearly 200 years, residents of the high country have welcomed summer visitors seeking the mild temperatures, cool, misty mornings, and the streams teeming with trout. In that same spirit of hospitality and service, the Blowing Rock Presbyterian Church was founded in 1887 by 8 people who were supported by surrounding Presbyterian churches, especially in Lenoir and Salisbury. In fact, the pastor of the Salisbury Presbyterian Church, the Reverend Dr. Jethro Rumpel, a longtime summer resident of Blowing Rock, was the driving force in the church's inception. He preached here often, including the dedication sermon for the first building, a small, white-frame structure whose bell could be heard inviting people to worship from as far as 2 miles away. The village continued to grow, and by 1905, the tiny chapel, insufficient for the growing number of worshipers, needed to be replaced. Plans were made for a Gothic-style building large enough to hold approximately 200 people. Though he gave his blessing to the plans, Dr. Rumpel sadly was not able to see the project to completion. Just a year after construction began in 1905, the beloved pastor passed away. Although the name did not officially become Rumpel Memorial Presbyterian Church until 1940, the new building reflected that reality with a beautiful stained glass window dedicated to the Reverend Dr. Jethro Rumpel's memory. Through the years, Rumpel Memorial Presbyterian Church has continued to embody Dr. Rumpel's passion for mission and outreach, as well as his love for this beautiful region. It is a center of hospitality and homecoming for residents and visitors alike who retreat to the high country for refreshment, recreation, and spiritual renewal. Benjamin F. Long IV is one of the foremost fresco painters in the world. A native of North Carolina, Ben grew up in Statesville and attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Long served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam as a Marine Corps combat officer. For the last 6 months, he served as commander of the combat art team, and much of his work from that period is now on display at the National Museum of the Marine Corps. Upon leaving Vietnam, Long traveled to Florence, Italy, and apprenticed with internationally renowned Maestro Pietro Annigoni for almost 8 years. His apprenticeship culminated in 1976 when he was awarded the prestigious Leonardo da Vinci International Art Award. He was recognized as the only non-Italian ever to work on a fresco painting in Italy. Documentaries, articles, and 2 books have been published about Ben and his fresco paintings. Beginning with his first painting at St. Mary's Episcopal Church in West Jefferson, North Carolina in 1974, he created fresco paintings in 14 locations in North and South Carolina over the next 41 years. Rumpel Memorial Presbyterian Church is honored and gratified to be the home of these beautiful frescoes depicting the 23rd Psalm and the Good Shepherd. Religious mural paintings of the Middle Ages created the poor person's Bible. Through this art form, the beauty and depth of God's words were shown to all. Rumpel Memorial Presbyterian Church has obtained these 2 fresco paintings by Ben Long and placed them in this sacred space as a ministry to tell the story of God's love for us. We hear the words of the 23rd Psalm most frequently at funerals and memorial services. The most memorable passage, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death," we often associate with feelings of sadness and loss. But that was not the intention of King David, its author. For him, it was a song of gratitude written to give thanks to God during a period when his life was settled, stable, and happy. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," is a statement of calm assurance. David sees himself as a sheep of God's own flock. God is the good shepherd who cares and provides for his sheep, protecting them from danger and leading them to the most verdant of pastures and calmest of streams. We invite you to study the visual imagery of this allegorical depiction by Ben Long. Gaze upon the women and relate their presence to this story. What is the significance of the shepherd holding the dandelion? See if you can connect the meaning David gave to the lines in the psalm to the images in the paintings. And as you depart, consider that the message at the end of the psalm proclaims the Christian's faith that surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Donations to the Fresco Ministry also help our church support many local charities. Monetary gifts may be placed in the container as you depart, or take one of the Psalm 23 bookmarks with a QR code for making an electronic gift. Thank you.